And there is a fighter spirit inside of every single one of us. We're going to prove it through the Bible today. But God put a fighter spirit on the inside of every single one of us. And today I want to start to encourage you to begin to tap into that. We don't have to just sit back and take it. We don't have to live this way. I'm telling you, God has given us some spiritual weapons and some things that we can use to go and fight back and begin to experience the peace and the joy and the freedom that we all so badly are craving. He was teaching me 3 things. And it's 3 things that I want to help pass on to you today. Go ahead and put those up. He was showing me I had to start fighting back. I didn't even know I could do that. He was teaching me that it's going to be a spiritual battle. I hadn't really seen it that way. And then he helped me begin to fight. And that's what I want to do for you today. Sound good? Sound like a plan? That's what God is saying here. I want you to tap into that inner fighter spirit. I want you to just come to the battlefield with me, son. Come to the battlefield with me, daughter. But none of this is about your strength, and it's all about my strength. For the Lord your God is he who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to give you the victory. But it's time to fight. What I needed to realize was it's a spiritual battle. I didn't see it as that. I saw it as there's something wrong with me and I got to figure it out and I got to grit my teeth and I got to fight it and I got to hide it and I got to figure out a way to get through one more day of this stuff. I didn't see it as a spiritual battle. But here's what I've learned. You're not fighting anxiety. You're not fighting depression. You're fighting the enemy. Let me say that again. You're not fighting anxiety. You're not fighting depression. You're fighting the enemy, Satan, the devil, call him whatever you want. There's a very real God and a very real Satan, a very real heaven and a very real hell. John 10:10 gives us a great picture of it. The thief, that's the enemy, comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. It took being a father for me to understand this. If you're a father of teenagers, you'll really understand this. I don't care what you say to me. Would you just come talk to me? Say anything. I'll watch another cartoon movie for the 15th time. I don't want to, I just want to be with you. I'll watch a movie and you'll sit there and look at your phone the entire time. I'll take that because I just want to be with you. You don't have to have the right words. You don't have to be able to sing. Will you just be with me, son? Will you just be with me, daughter? God's saying, I just want to be with you. Come talk to me. Come worship in my presence. Let me give you some peace that passes all understanding. Let me help you start to feel like there's going to be a change. Let me give you some hope for the future. Let me begin to refuel your soul. Just come be with me. And to be honest, after the 2 weeks went by, I was like, why did prayer and worship, even though I barely could do it, did that have such an effect on me? And so I did a study on what happens when we're in the presence of God. And I found a whole bunch of promises, but I'm gonna give you 7 of them right now. Go ahead and put that up. 7 promises from God about when we decide to get in his presence. He says, I promise you peace in my presence. I promise you joy in my presence. I promise you rest in my presence. We could stop right there. Those 3 words right there, if they were actually a part of some of your lives, it would change everything about your life. If those 3 words right there were a part of some of your loved one's life, it would change everything about their life. If I could just get a little bit of peace and a little bit of joy and a little bit of rest. There's confidence in his presence. There's guidance in his presence. There's protection in his presence. There's power in his presence. We don't have to come to him eloquently. We don't have to know the right words. We don't have to know the words of the song. I'm encouraging you today, get this in your spirit. I got a fighter spirit within me. God put it in me. I'm gonna tap into it. It's a spiritual battle, and this battle starts with me deciding to get in God's presence. And when I do, the battle begins, and peace will become a byproduct.